In this video, we're going to show you how to create our DIY paper scroll sign holder. In your kit, you'll have the wood pieces to create your scroll sign, your butcher paper, your copper caps, screws, and paper clips, and your 3D letters. First, you'll want to pick which side of your board you'd like for the front of your project. We're going to be using the Frösch Faux Stain Kit, which includes all the things that we'll need to do the faux stain technique. We already have our favorite brown paint pre-mixed with the Frösch chalk paint powder. We're going to squeeze just a little bit of this paint onto our tray. You won't need much. And then we're going to use a sponge to add some water to the paint. Now that we have a little bit of water on our tray, we're going to use the sponge to mix a little bit of the paint in with the water, leaving some paint unmixed so we can adjust the consistency later on if we need to. Using that same sponge, you're going to apply the paint to your board, painting from side to side. We love the faux stain technique for a couple of reasons. For one, it's not as smelly as traditional stain. It also cures a lot faster, and you can do this in any color you like. You don't have to stick to just the browns that are available in the store. If your paint is a little bit too thick and you're not seeing that grain come through, just add a little bit more water, or if it's too thin, you can always mix in a little bit more of that unmixed paint. Don't forget to paint the sides of your board as well as the ends of your board. Then, using a lint-free cloth, you're going to remove any of the excess moisture and paint from your piece. This will help it dry faster and will help reveal that grain a little bit more. You're going to repeat this process on your wooden dowel, wiping on your paint with the sponge and then wiping off the excess with your lint-free blue cloth. Then simply repeat these steps on both of the wood blocks in the kit. Just apply the paint and then wipe off with your rag. You don't have to worry about getting in those holes just yet, but you don't want to forget to do the top of your wood block. To paint inside the hole, you'll want to cut your sponge a little bit smaller, so we just cut the end off of ours and then cut that piece in half, added some paint to our sponge, and painted in the hole. This will help prevent any raw wood from showing on your finished piece. Now we're going to set these pieces aside to completely dry. Next, you'll add a little black paint to your tray to use to paint your letters. You don't want too much paint on your brush because we're going to be painting very thin layers. All of our letters already have a black edge because they are laser cut, so we're just going to be painting the top. Once your letters are dry, you can use those same steps to paint on a second coat of paint. Then we'll set these aside to dry. Now that our wood pieces are dry, we can use the Frösch finishing wax in the color dark to wax our piece. For this next step, we're going to be using our lint-free wax cloth. So we're just going to get a little bit of wax onto our cloth, and then we're going to wipe this wax onto our piece. The finishing wax is perfect for finishing our piece as well as sealing it to give it a little bit more protection. It will also make our board look a little bit richer and bring out that nice brown color like a traditional stain would. Once you have waxed your piece, you'll need to remove the excess wax, so you'll fold your cloth to find a clean spot and then wipe away the excess. You'll know that the excess wax is removed when your cloth glides smoothly, when it's not tacky anymore, and when you start to see a little bit of a shine. And don't forget to do this on the sides of your board and on the ends as well. Then you'll just repeat these steps on your wood blocks. Don't forget to remove the excess wax from inside the holes. And repeat on your dowel. Remember, wax on, wax off. Now it's time to assemble. You'll notice a small hole on the back of your board. This is where you're going to insert the screw from your kit. Just use a screwdriver to screw the screw all the way until it is flush with the back of the board. Then you're going to place your wood block on top of the screw and rotate it until it is tight against the board. Repeat on the other side. To secure our copper caps to our dowel, we're going to use a little bit of super glue on the insides and then press our dowel onto the cap. Next, we're going to untie the paper scroll and insert the dowel into the roll. Then we'll unroll enough paper for our sign and secure with paper clips. The paper clips will help make sure that the paper scroll doesn't unroll any further. Next, you'll arrange your choose joy on the paper so you know how you want to glue it down. Then, using a glue stick, you're going to add a little bit of glue to the back of your letters. Wipe away any excess glue using your finger. Then place your letter and press to secure. Repeat this with the rest of your letters. Because we're using a glue stick, these letters will be easily removed later on. That means that when we want to change up our decor, we can pop off these letters, unroll our sign a little bit, and then choose another phrase to glue on. And we get to keep these letters to use again. Just glue, place, and press. Now you're ready to put it all together. Insert your dowel into the holder, then add your scroll and slide your dowel to the hole on the other side of the holder. Now you can add some command strips to the back and you're ready to hang it in your home. So there you have it, your very own DIY paper scroll sign holder with 3D letters and copper details. We hope you enjoyed creating with us today.